I found an aim god with some of the best aim in the world, but he's only in platinum, so I decided to coach him for 7 days, and this is how it went. Where do you think you can go in this grind?
I would like to be on Masters at least by solo queue, but mostly I'm gonna probably like get to Diamond.
Yeah, you're at Plat 4 now, so I guess it depends on how much time you spend, of course, as well. But yeah, it'd be really cool if we can get you all the way to Master. Let's just dive into it. You're the Jump Master. So was there any decision there why you dropped there, or did you just go for it?
I got for it because it's kind of a good place with good rotations and all. Well, I think it is.
Yeah.
I didn't study it.
Okay. Oh, it's not a horrible place to drop. I was thinking maybe there was like a plan. Normally when I drop, this is really good for ranked, I've noticed. You want to drop next to a fight, usually. That seems to be it. Obviously, don't go too hot, but if you see two teams contesting, drop right next to them. It might be a good idea to drop here and just go in and get a third party. So that's a good start for sure. I think this is like how you grind RP the fastest right now. Just abusing that. Do you have like a game plan in general, or you're just saying go for rotations?
I can try to. Well, I usually try to go for like kills, and like sometimes I get overcommitted and die. But I try to like get kills like KP and like later rotate. Depends on the situation.
Okay. So far what we're seeing is obviously like your mechanics are good, your aim is good. Yeah, it's good here that you're looking for a fight. You have 2 knocks, taking high ground. Good micro decisions overall. I definitely see where you pick the bow over the 301. Like personally I wouldn't, I normally do the bow as the secondary, but I mean it's preference. Oh, it's good. You're getting good value for the bow, so I mean it's working out for you. So it should be free low for you, right?
Yeah.
This is like this could be a full informed decision, is what I'm saying, and like this would be the result of having all that info.
Yeah, like I also don't remember, so I can tell you precisely.
Oh, yeah, and there you go. Easy cleanup. Oh, that's the third party. Maybe they weren't exactly there then. Maybe they finished up a capacitor.
Yeah.
But you ended up turning it well. Good shots. You can really see the Kovacs. And there you go, just like that. This is a very good flank if they're not looking.
Yeah, when like I remember I tried to like sip, but
yeah,
they were.
Yeah, they don't let you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you might have been it too early. I feel like it's pretty obvious what went wrong. I even mentioned that. I assume you would be winning. That's on me. Assuming that the last of the teams were in capacitor, Treeree made the call to push the team that he got low and to clean them up with their backs against the wall. Sadly, this assumption was wrong and he instantly got third partied, but thanks to his aim that we've brought a lot of attention to previously, he managed to get out of it intact. Treeree recognized that another team was on the high ground and was rightfully looking for a flank, but didn't check exactly where the enemies were or where his team was, and ended up sipping into a whole team ready to beam him. This isn't a bad place to start from at all. Yeah, I was thinking something bigger. I thought they would show more presence, but I just walked back. So it's good that you guys walked forward and took space here. You might actually be able to bully them off the high ground, and they have an incredibly good high ground, so we'll see how it plays out. Yeah, it's exactly what happened right there. You just mechanicked them. Very good. Good shots, absolutely. Oh boy. Okay, so this is... Oh boy. Alright, so this is probably when they would push out. Let's see.
No.
Okay, they didn't. They just kept sitting there. Yeah.
Because of a rookie's mistake. Overcommitted, actually.
But did they get climbed on? What happened there? No, okay. Here's the thing. They made a big throw here. Horizon ulted already. The ways that EMP, the ways that Horizon ult, you are all alive. If I understand it correctly, because it's a bit difficult to see on the VOD, they're all still inside.
Yeah, they're all still
inside.
Still inside.
Okay. So what you did here is you walked up close. That's also a mistake. You didn't get any knocks or cracks, as I understand it. I might have missed it. Oh god, yeah. So now he's walking out in the open. If you were just standing in the back, you'd see this, and it wouldn't even be a 1v1, because you would be like all the way back safe. But you can get wide swung by all three here and just die, even though your teammates are helping you, because you're just that exposed. Let's see what happens. This is a micro, like this is micro that got you killed. Normally I talk about the macro, but this is a micro part that got you killed because you just took this angle too hard. You continue taking damage. Daikiri and his team ended up with a golden ticket. They had the zone pulling out towards them with full control of the zone, with the last team stuck inside of a building that they had full view of. All they had to do was hold their positions, and the enemy team would have to walk out into their line of sight, and wham bam, easy win. The odds turn even more in their favor when one of the enemies run headfirst into Daikiri's team, turning it into a 3v2 situation. But Daikiri and his teammates get greedy, and Daikiri overpicks his angle, exposing himself too much and getting knocked in the process, with his team rushing into a crossfire and dying afterwards. You were kind of forced to walk out here because you didn't take any action earlier when you were over there. I can't really gesture that well, but you can see my mouse over all the way back over there. So if you made some action towards capacitor, maybe you could play that side instead. Instead, you were forced to rotate around.
Plate here, come here. Also, I knew it was a duo because the people alive marker told an incognito. So for 4 squads, there should be like 12 people mats.
Right, yeah. Yeah, literally, if you just got up to where Valk was right now, I could have called to walk up there. Like, they're poking now, but you would have high guard advantage and not really be able to get shot by anyone. Okay, so now you're in top 2. GB got finished, someone's about to close. Ripperoonies. Oh, but
I got stuck there.
Good punish on the horizon, but oh, he's giving up a teammate to say that. With the
Sincerely, no, I didn't know.
okay, well now you do.
I never went there.
There's like a whole platform right up there. I think that's even where he might be shooting from. Actually, no, that's from the house, but like this thing here or something. It's like a pretty big flat
where
surface.
The Valk was.
Yeah, where the Valk was. So you could have jump padded up there, and you would not be in the line of sight from the team on the house unless they like take a horizon Q or something like that. It's where they make it very easy for themselves to get beamed. And you'll be able to shoot this team without getting shot in the side. Now this ended up also being, you could also just play this rock here for some reason.
So plate here.
But it's very risky because if you play this rock, you're still exposed to this team and it's very
and
hard
the
risk
other
you get
team
for party.
that poked me, the butt check.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're all the way in against hugging the rock, maybe they can't see you. I can't say for sure because I don't think you ever went all the way in on the side. But it doesn't feel like it. This ended up being a loss due to many mistakes way previously in the match, with Daikiri rotating all the way around the end zone while giving up what could have been a great position if he was a little bit more proactive and actually made the effort to third party the capacitor teams that were fighting earlier on. He also could have taken the high ground on the left at the very end, but he shouldn't have been in this position in the first place.
Okay. There were 3 squads.
Yeah, now things are changing because all of you are squads alive. So now you want to find a balance where you can hold this high ground, I guess. Because there are only 4 squads, right? And if you can gatekeep 1 squad without getting too much pressure on yourself, as in you're holding the high ground, and it's fine.
Yeah,
that's kind of like what I was calling to, right? You stay on that high ground, it's a big risk. I think it's good to be aware of that you can get shot in the side. You know, and you didn't map out all the teams. We noticed 4 teams, we don't know exactly where they are and what they want to do. But you knew that one team was, I'm trying to jump back a little bit. You knew that one team was here. And that was it. So there are 2 uncertainties. There's a big risk someone would come on your left, which they did. But you only know where this team was. So you position yourself assuming they were the only team in the lobby. And that got you killed. You didn't get audio, and like, I don't think you can only blame audio for this one. Because I think if you just kept in mind that a team could, like, they could just ran up, they could have crouched up or whatever, like, yeah, they zipped up in this case, but you never even looked at them, so it wouldn't really have changed anything. Daikiri ended up playing a pretty good game here, maybe a little bit indecisive, but the goal here was clearly to just hold position and controlling the space, which he did as much as he could. He even identified the high ground and the god spots for the upcoming zones, but he got caught up by audio, and yeah, but he overstayed his position a lot and leaving himself vulnerable in the back, and he ended up dying for it when a team rolled up behind him. Oh, they're still not committing. Oh boy, bit early. I think you might have needed to wait a little bit before you shot. I'm not entirely sure because it seems like you just ran straight back in. You gotta find a time. That's a good arc, sorry, works out.
One on the top. My friend was contesting the other squad on the top.
Okay.
And there I messed it up, thinking Valk was still on the top.
Yeah. Alright. Daikira and his team played the endgame pretty well and found themselves in a good place in the final ring, but ended up dropping the ball by rushing headfirst into the last two teams as they were fighting, giving up a lot of vital space in the endgame and allowing one of the enemy teams to take the roof on the building and then playing that space against Daikiri to clutch it back up. Alright, we just have to see this evolves. It's very hard for me to like visualize right now how this
We were
plays out.
poking and like in that one moment Watson
nice.
overcommitted,
Nice.
downed him. I wanted to thirst it.
Yeah. But you know God spot is right there, or not God spot, but that's where it ends. You have the God spot, that's where it ends. And you have cover, you can just stand there and not let anyone take it. So that works out. So you were doing the right thing the whole time? I'm just trying to think why you died. Like, why did you lose this? It wasn't a bad push from them either.
They're jumping on me.
Maybe you made a mistake, you stayed a little bit too long here. Like it didn't click. I mean, you were confused, you were surprised, you were shocked, whatever word, right? But you didn't really know what to do here, you caught you off guard. Maybe you could have gone to your team. That's the only thing I see. Daikira and his team were caught outside the zone and did end up making some questionable choices in the mid game, leading to them being very late into the actual late game, but they ended up carving a piece of space for themselves around where the zone closed, so all they had to do was hold the space and shoot the teams as they run in. Sadly, the team on the left did a pretty great play with the Horizon, Q, and Ultimate, which they couldn't really have predicted because they had no idea that they had a Horizon. And this was just one of those moments where there wasn't much to do except trying to gather the scraps and survive.
Yeah, they were fighting. That's why we didn't look.
Okay, so now you need to look for a fight or to push this. You need to call out your team. We have to go in. Just gotta send it straight into them.
They didn't went for the high ground. They were healing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you're going too far here. They're healing. They're low. You want to take that right there. Going here, you're just letting them reset.
And one was healing really late.
Yeah.
Here, 58 and.
So you got a knock. Absolutely good choice to push on a knock. Then why did you die?
Like I guess
You overcommitted. That's it. And then you whiffed, but you overcommitted. That's why you died there. And then you peaked again, even though you were 1 HP. Very greedy. The team ended up getting into a rough situation, but ultimately ended up playing that situation pretty well, taking a lot of space so that they can approach the fight more cleanly, and ending up with the perfect opportunity to third party and clean up for the win. Sadly, Daikiri hesitated too much at the start, and when it was time to run in, instead of pushing the enemy team, he ran all the way around and let them reset, only to die to an unfavorable duel against one of the last few standing. Not that he'd have much of a better chance if he won that, since the others were right behind him. This took place at the end of the split, and after the last session, Daikiri continued grinding, ending up at Diamond 4, nearly Diamond 3 at 12,000 RP. And I'm confident to say that if he had more time, I'm sure this week alone would be the push that he needed to hit Master. This was a great example of how someone with good aim still can get stuck in a lower rank, and how so simple help with basic game sense can make a monumental difference. If you want to see every session that we made in depth, I have uploaded every session for my YouTube members. You can join by clicking the button on my page. If you want to follow Daikiri's journey, I've actually linked his Twitch channel in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.